date then of the World 250cc Grand Prix moves to Great Britain and to Foxhills Motor Park here, set in the heart of Wiltshire. Machines coming down onto the line. 39 there, that's the bike of Paul Cooper, the South African. James Dobbs, 77, flown over from America to ride this Grand Prix and sponsored by Motorcycle News. Number one, the machine of the defending champion and neither the championship leader anymore, because Stefan EVERTS jumps into the lead of the championship, but it's only a couple of points difference between ALBERTIJN and EVERTS. Robbie Herring prepares his starting blocks here in front of his home fans, hoping to get a good Grand Prix result. So is this man, number 4, Kurt NICHOL. But it was Yves DEMARIA, the Frenchman, who set the quickest time this morning in official qualification. ALBERTIJN second behind him, number 1. Then it was the Belgium who now leads the championships over ALBERTIJN, number 2, Stefan EVERTS. These certainly are the top 3 that we'll be looking at today. Number 4, number 6, that's Parker. As the riders settle down into their starting blocks for the start of Heat 1 here at this British Motocross Championship. The gate will drop any moment. Here it goes, who will it be? Along the new plateau start into that first corner. ALBERTIJN tucks tight in the corner along with DEMARIA and BERVOETS, but it looks like, yes, Werner de Wit from ALBERTIJN and DEMARIA, top 3. NICHOL going down the inside there. Kurt NICHOL flying the flag for the British fans here today at this Grand Prix. 25,000 or more have packed the circuit here, the chalky circuit of the Foxhills Motor Park here just outside Swindon in Wiltshire. And ALBERTIJN, DEMARIA, and it's Boland, BERVOETS. De Wit has dropped back. NICHOL is still in there with a chance, about 5th at the moment. We're looking back. Petty Johansson just gone through, trying to pick out the riders. A lot of water put onto the circuit to alleviate the dust. Well, there's Dobb, 77, James Dobb, riding the Motorcycle News Kawasaki over from the States for this Grand Prix. 1, ALBERTIJN leads, 80, the Frenchman. Yves DEMARIA is second. Then it's the American, Talon Volan, number 8. Then it's BERVOETS, number 5. Then it's NICHOL. Then it's EVERTS. EVERTS needs to move up. Bolle 14 there, that's Schmidt number 3 going through Parker. That looked like Joachim Carlsen 75. So really most of the top contenders are up there. 21, Paul Malin. Looking back behind that group, and it is ALBERTIJN down the hill. Really big drop off some of these jumps are. DEMARIA second at the moment on the Pepsi Cola Honda. And it looks very much like, well, there's Herring. Herring is behind EVERTS at the moment. That's Bolle behind Herring. So Robbie Herring on the RWJ's Kawasaki beginning to delight his home crowd. DEMARIA going through, second at the moment. Volan was behind that group. Then it's BERVOETS chasing Volan in 4th. There is EVERTS, there is Herring, as you can tell by the sound of the horns. And Werner de Wit dropping back. There's Paul Cooper, 39, on the Castrol Honda. And NICHOL has been off the bike somewhere. Kurt NICHOL dropping way down. That's Paul Malin in front of him, number 21. So NICHOL has come off somewhere. But with grits and determination, he's got back on and he's going back after some points. But ALBERTIJN at the moment heads the table. We're looking back for second. It's still DEMARIA, the Frenchman. Should feel very at home on this dry, chalky sort of track. Then it's Volan, number 8. Top 3 at the moment. Looking back for 4th. Marnicq BERVOETS, the Belgium, number 5. Then behind BERVOETS, it's EVERTS. And then it's Herring. So Herring now holds the Union Jack up for the British crowd. Bolle, the French youngster, behind him. But it is ALBERTIJN who has got the pace of the rest. Greg ALBERTIJN, the South African, dropping down to second in the championship after the Belgium Grand Prix, after running out of fuel in both races and handing the championship lead to Stefan EVERTS. But EVERTS at the moment trailing ALBERTIJN. Depending on where Everts finishes in this race, they could go into Heat 2 very close together on points, but Herrin trying to stay on terms with Everts, with Bolle lurking behind those two, just waiting for the chance, and it's a win then. 20 points for Greg Albertijn in Heat 1. Second then for DEMARIA.
Well, it was a good heat for me, and I shouldn't expect anything less. I am the world champion and I got a reputation to keep.
Stefan Everts pushing Talon Volan out on the last lap to take that third place. So Albertijn here and Everts go into race 2 exactly even on points. Trampus Parker prepares his starting blocks, and here's the man that could really upset the stand-ins. The fly, this is Yves DEMARIA. There's Albertijn settling down beside DEMARIA, and Everts comes around the outside to settle down beside those two. You really are looking at the 3 top protagonists at the moment in the championship. Schmidt pulled out of Heat 1. Voland, that's Malin next to NICHOL. As we wait for the boards to go up, and indeed they do. Any moment the gate will drop. Heat 2 hits the start gate, away they go. And DEMARIA got an absolute blinder up the inside. DEMARIA looks like number 80 has got the whole shot. Yes, indeed. And NICHOL is second. NICHOL from Everts. Albertijn looks to be about 4th, now 3rd. As they go along the bottom valley, they hit the first of the big tabletops. It was number 80, the Frenchman DEMARIA, that looked well, and we've got a whole pile of riders there. 29, that's Eastwood. Andre Bartolini, 79 on the Chesterfield Yamaha, down in that first turn crash. Have to work very hard if he wants to score points now, but DEMARIA certainly is putting the spoke in the wheel for NICHOL. Then it's Schmidt, then it's Albertijn. Well, where's Everts? And the answer is right there. As the rest of the ensuing pack come through, battling for those precious positions and remaining points in the championship. This is round 8. Halfway through the championship, DEMARIA leads Heat 2. Albertijn winning the first one. We're looking back for second. It was NICHOL. It still is. Kurt NICHOL is second year in the 250 class, but Everts behind Albertijn at the moment. Then it's Schmidt, BERVOETS. As they settle, Bolle was there as well, the French youngster. There's Paul Cooper, 39. Number 10, that's Pouzard. Pouzard not happy. There's Dobb on the split fire Kawasaki. As DEMARIA comes through, NICHOL is still there, and Albertijn is going after NICHOL. And I should think he needs to, because Everts is closing. Remember, these two coming into the second heat even on points. Marnicq BERVOETS. Then it is Schmidt. Schmidt not scoring any points in the first outing. Number 7, DeWitt goes through. As we once again pick up the leader at the front. DEMARIA beginning to pull an enormous gap now. And Albertijn has gone to second. Everts is going for third. Yes, indeed. So Everts now just a few points adrift of Albertijn in this second heat. Volan coming through, Bolle behind him. Then it's Joachim Carlsen, 75 behind that group, but the leader undisputably is that man, the Frenchman DEMARIA. Albertijn, the South African, settling at the moment second. Now Everts has got to catch him. Has got to catch him and pass him if he wants to keep that lead at the top of the championship when he goes into Heat 9 Checo. DEMARIA looking for an alternative route around that corner. We're waiting for Albertijn. Here he is. Now where's Everts? Not too far behind. Stefan Everts, the Belgian, former 125cc champion. And NICHOL not being dropped off the pace of the front runners. BERVOETS goes through, and Bolle closing, and even quicker now. That's Schmidt, and that's Joachim Carlsen on the inside of Schmidt. And despite that shoulder, Donny Schmidt has dislocated his right shoulder. That's why he pulled out of Heat 1. And injury that he picked up earlier in the year. In fact, it was an injury he picked up in Belgium the week before. Hanging on grimly for those positions for NICHOL. It's DEMARIA then that wins, and it's his first heat win of the 94 250 season and his first overall result. ALBERTIJN comes in second, which means he now leads the championship by 2 points from that young man, the Belgium, number 2, Stefan EVERTS. And to the winners, the prizes. DEMARIA there, ALBERTIJN and EVERTS take the champagne and the flowers and the applause of the crowd.